And one. What's good? Happy Monday to everybody. My name is Raymond Acosta, and you have reached What's Good. And across the way here is who?
Yo, it's Eric, aka Sticky Fresh on IG. If you haven't been following yet, what's up?
Yeah, what's going on, boys and girls? We're back here. It's been a little bit of a long weekend, at least on my end. I don't know how it was for E. I didn't really connect with you a whole lot because I was doing some other stuff with some other shows. So man, let me know. Like I said, I don't know what's been going on with you. So what happened over the weekend with you, man?
So over the weekend, I celebrated a birthday party. It was my cousin's daughter's 8th birthday. She had a cute little theme. Yeah, she had a Harry Potter theme, which was hella cool. And then
8?
Miles, yeah,
What
8
you
years
know about
old.
Harry Potter at 8, like at nowadays too, though,
Oh
right?
no, but the mom's a big Harry Potter fan,
Oh,
so
that's
I
why.
guess, and then it carried down to her daughter. But yeah, Mike, Miles, my son, he's also a big Harry Potter fan. He has like a costume, the wands, and all this stuff, like plushies everywhere and toys.
Mm.
And we get to the party, and I wasn't even thinking of dressing him up. Like even the invitation was Harry Pottered out.
Uh-huh.
And when we get to the party, he sees all the Harry Potter stuff. He goes,
Oh.
"Is this Harry Potter?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it is, son." He's like, "Oh man, why do you always do that to me?" And he was
Oh,
hella
just a
mad. He goes,
sore
"Dad."
thumb. Everybody's wanting each other, and you're sitting there
Yeah. So
with
he's
his
like,
Air Max
"Man."
90s. Oh no.
Yeah.
How
But no,
dare
it
you?
was no, he was hella mad. I was like, "Oh, my bad. I didn't think everybody's gonna be decked out in Harry Potter stuff." So
Your son's
yeah.
hella forgiving though, man. He seems super chill, right?
Yeah, Miles
Because
is
when I
chill, but he'll throw a little fit for like a second and then like be like, "Man, Dad, you always do that," and try to make me feel bad and then walk away.
coming at you like this,
Yeah. It was like,
calm down, child.
You just trying to punk me?" And then walk away. But it was hella cool because they did the what do you call that? A ceremony to let you know what group you're gonna be in. So how they did it is you sit down, you wear the hat like in the movie, but you got to pick a cupcake. And inside the cupcake are different colors of what is it? Fillings that represent each house.
Mm.
So everybody, he was like, "Oh, Dad, I want to be a Gryffindor." I was like, "So does everybody else, son." But I bet you're gonna get, you're gonna be a Hufflepuff. And so when he gets in, like after like two people, wait, he was like, I think almost third to last out of like 10 kids. Most of them were Gryffindor, of course, and then some Slytherin. If you guys watch, you guys know who they are, what house that is. And then he goes on. He goes, "Man, I really want to be a Gryffindor, Dad." I go, "Sit down, it's your turn." And he takes a bite of the cupcake. I was like, "Man, this guy gonna be Hufflepuff. Watch."
Damn, this got ruined for the wrong team.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh fuck!" I put that into the universe. He bites into the cupcake. He looks at it. He's like, turns it around. It's yellow. He's like, "Hufflepuff." Everybody's like, "Hufflepuff." I was like, he was just like, "All
Oh
right, whatever."
no,
But
I
he was
don't even
cool
know what
about
you're
it.
talking about, bro. This is all freaking Arabic
Yeah.
to me, man. I don't even know what a Hufflepuff is and Gryffindor.
Yeah, no,
What
they're just
the
the
heck
different houses of the
is it?
in the movie and stuff. I
Well,
believe there's 3 or
I guess
4. I don't know them all. But if I could guess, is like Slytherin, the House of Slytherin, House of Gryffindor, and the House of Hufflepuff. And I believe there's another one. But I don't know. Anybody out there that's watching, want to let us
yeah.
know what they are, just let us
For
know.
the rest
Shit.
of the people we just lost 10 subscribers from all this conversation. I'm sorry. Please come back. We promise we'll stop talking Harry Potter.
I know. My bad. My
No,
bad. But anyway,
my
yeah,
kids
yeah.
never really got into that, and it's just maybe because I refused to have them get it. No, they never really got into it. They probably read like a book or two. They knew what was good, but they never was wanding and stuff. There's
Man,
one
those
down
books
here
are
that
like
there's a what's that?
super
That's
thick. They're like
thick.
300 pages or something. There's a whole novel, and there's
Hmm.
I believe like 8 of them or something. See, again, don't quote me on that, but
Okay.
there's tons of books. But yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations to the 8-year-old that was partied into the Griffin Puffs. What was it?
The Hufflepuffs and the
Afro
Gryffindors.
Puffs. Gryffindors.
Okay, now we about to get canceled.
Congratulations
All
again,
the
man.
haters, we about to be like, "Oh, okay, forget these guys. They don't know nothing."
Yeah, I
But
don't have
yeah,
a
so
lot of
then
the I don't have a lot of family. I mean, I left a lot of the Filipino side of the family over there, so it's just I don't get to those parties anymore. So yeah, it's for you. You got like I don't know the bankroll for Christmas. Sometimes it starts getting a little heavy with having to give out those presents. So I don't
damn,
know.
man,
That's
you telling me it gets
mhm.
pricey, man. Boy, I sometimes I be feeling cheap. I'm like, it's $10 enough.
Go to
Or
the
should I
dollar
give him a
store, bro.
gift that's
Get a
like
grab
worth
bag at the dollar
$6?
store. I'm telling you, they
Yeah.
like
So,
those.
so I'm thinking it's like, should I buy a toy that's cheaper than what I'm about to give them in cash? How am I gonna do this? But that's out of the question. I end up just giving them a dub anyways, just because I love all the kids in the family,
Yeah.
and so they deserve it. Some of them do at least. I ain't gonna
Cool.
say no names.
All right. Cool. Cool. But yeah, it's the so the wifey's in Alaska. So she's out for about like a week, bro. So it's just me and my three boys. So it was a weird little schedule for us. You know,
Mhm.
we were pretty relaxed and just most of the time the menu for whatever I'm cooking for that evening or for whatever we want to eat is based on what the wifey kind of wants to eat or what she wants to eat for the evening and everything. So with us boys, it's like pizza, burgers, fettuccine alfredo, carbonara, stuff like that, and that's the easiest stuff. So we just
Mhm.
that was kind of our weekend. But then that was Fridays. Friday we did link up. So I think we
Mhm.
did. E and I actually did a late night pod, just kind of just it was a little stream. It was a 2 hour stream that we just
Yeah,
kind
it
of went
was.
on, and it was fun. It was good times because we had the homie Martin on that thing, and I don't know if that's ever gonna see the light of day, but I think it was a really good session, and maybe we'll get Martin out there and have him put his production information out. But
Yeah.
on Sunday, yesterday, I don't know if y'all have already seen on our IG at coldrice.com. We actually I actually did a crossover episode with the Drunken Elephants, the local folks here over at the Dallas Fort Worth area. That was extremely fun. Those guys are cool as heck, and they're very welcoming. They, and we got the pouring up. We had to break it up in 2 episodes. So the first episode is out. Check us out at youtube.com / at Cold Rice Media. Peep that out. Take a look. It's a little, there's a lot of stuff that was the conversation on there definitely requires a little bit more engagement if you are siding with a particular side of certain ways that we were having the convos about. You let us know on IG because we did some cut ups on that, so that should be really good fun. But after that, I got home. I was so excited about the pod, and I knew this one was going to be a big show because there's a lot of firsts on this show that we're going to be doing tonight. So I wanted to make sure I did the cut ups and the editings for that to get that one out so I can have a lot of time putting a lot of focus on this particular one because we're very, very excited on what we're doing tonight. Um, I don't know what you want to do right now, man. You wanna run it, or should we just
Mm,
put some
we can
people
talk
on
about
ice in a virtual green room that we got here?
now. We got a little bit of time, I think. Let's talk about how it was with the Drunken Elephant crew. How was that?
So I mean, there's I don't want to I don't want to say too much about it because a lot of it was really captured on the pod itself. But actually, when I got there, these guys were coming off. Man, they were just rugged. They were coming off a Halloween party the night before. So these fools are just eating like ramen and trying to get hot water period just to get everything soaked up. They were looking rough. But then once the cameras turned on, it was just let's go. And I don't know what the
Mhm.
hell they did, but it was, they came up for the episode. Um, I really appreciate what they did, man, just because they actually started potting around here before me. And it just kind of sparked things again because I was doing a little bit more previously, a little bit of
Mhm.
potting here and there during COVID. And then I heard that the homie Jimmy was on the mic, and he said, just we're gonna start this because I think we can do this, and then just kind of start getting things together. So I definitely wanted to make sure I got on the show to let them know that that they were actually an influence of how we even
Mhm.
got together here, got the ball rolling. Here we are, and one thing led to the other. I mean, this is becoming what was originally a hobby to something that we want to actually put a little bit more highlights in and the folks in and the communities that we know and even the extended communities. So I think that's where we're going to end up taking this. We got some
Yo.
new motivation we're definitely up for it. And a lot of other, I've had 3 or 4 other podcasters, podcast groups reach out and said, "Hey, let's connect." So I think we're on a roll here. Who knows where we can take it?
That's dope, man. Yeah, I saw a little bit of that too. Got a good vibe off it. I mean, it seems like they're pretty chill. They let a party. And yeah, the night before they had a Halloween party. Man, that is coming around the corner. We did talk about wearing costumes, but I'm still trying to pick mine out of my head. I'm not sure if I'm going to be it. But no, I haven't done any Halloween parties yet. I'm not even
Next week,
expecting
bro.
any this year. Yeah,
Next week.
there'll be our
Supposed to dress up.
yeah, I'm gonna dress up.
You about to dress up on the show?
I
I
have a
already
little
got my
mask.
costume.
I got a little mask I can wear. I'll put over my hand, put it down whenever.
I seriously got my costume too. My wife was like, "You're serious?" And I was like, "Yep, that's
Yeah.
gonna be me. Wait till you see. It's gonna be sexy."
Yeah. Nah, I don't know. Besides that, on our podcasting is the only time I'm gonna be dressing up. But I haven't heard anything yet. I'm not looking forward to it either. But I do still gotta decorate my house and make sure these kids get candy out there for this year. Because last year I wasn't around. I had to be in another neighborhood and stuff like that, taking Miles out. So Miles wants to take it back here this year because he has all his friends in the neighborhood, just wants to gang up with them and take down the whole streets and fill up their bags full of goodies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be bowling that night. It's league night, so the wifey's got a trick or treat. You know, I asked my youngest. My youngest wants to actually still hit the blocks up. I got like my 2 oldest ones are like, "Yeah, we're good. I'm gonna play some.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play some Valorant. Maybe get us some candy."
What's Valorant?
Valorant's this. It's like it's a shooting game. It's just, you know, it's I don't even know how to explain it. Don't ask me. It's kind of like they shoot with friends, and there's
so it's like a what is it? Like a Fortnite kind of COD kind of game?
No, it's like that. And there's big, you know, and they're sitting there yelling in their room. They're raging. And,
yeah, they probably got to pay for points so they could buy armor and level up and stuff like that. Look how cool their avatar.
I hope not.
Well, yeah, Miles will be asking me about that too. Dad, can I get some Robux? I'm like, hell no. For what? I just want to buy this armor for my avatar.
It's too much.
I'm like, no. Why? Why do you want to look cool on this platform for? He's like, Dad, everybody's doing it. And I feel bad because all his friends are looking hella cool. Their avatars got like all the latest gear.
I know, they're super decked out.
I don't even know what it's called. Yeah, they're all decked out, got the big guns.
No, but then the problem with that thing is, it's like you get decked out. You got, let's say you were like The Rock or something like that, or like maybe there was one where it was like your Optimus Prime. This kid hit me up, came out, and I came out in my pockets, and I was like, all right, here's some Robux here. Robux the crap out of that damn thing, or like, you know, Fortnite the crap out of this, right? And then he picks up this skin, and he's like running around like Optimus Prime, and then all of a sudden, like, okay, I need some more because there's something else. I'm like, what? You trying to? He's like, he's a Robux hype beast.
Damn, I see it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's a crazy industry.
It is what it is,
these days. They just want to have the cool skins and just be hip to everything.
Well, that's
when
what
they go to school and be like, my dad bought me this. I was like, man, who cares? I care, Dad does. Like, oh shoot. Oh, my bad, Miles. You're still not gonna get it. I'm not putting $20 into this virtual account of yours. It's because I just don't understand it.
Listen, bro, I'm itchy right now, so I think we should go ahead and just move on. And then because we got plenty of show a little bit after this, but I definitely am itchy. I've been thinking about this for the past like 4 days.
Yeah,
maybe even more. I don't know. I'm a little giddy about it. So we're going ahead and pause this real quick. We're gonna switch up. We got somebody special for you today. Okay.
Many can't reach me. Lines on D&D. See me missing me, but it's not my pressure about that. You like me, I like you. It's complicated with you. On of girls and only men stay plenty.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and this is a little, it's definitely different. It's definitely new. This is the first time we've had a lady guest on the show. Number one, a songstress on the show. Number two, and we're, you know, and this is definitely a new area for us. I'm pretty damn giddy, but I don't know. Eric's just grooving over there. But
yeah,
Eric, who do we have here? Who's this young lady above us sitting here with her perfectly white teeth? Tell us who it is.
So we all got perfect white teeth.
I don't know, not me.
Well, who we got here is someone special that I've known for very long, and I had no idea that she was actually doing this till a couple of years ago. I think it might have been during COVID when she must have like hit up all the family and sending it through text message, and we were just, I was like, "What is this?" You know, I was hearing from Lana and stuff like that. Oh, it's her friend, whatever. But she was bumping it and she was letting me know. She's like, "Oh, Raylene's dropping something." And I was like, "No, I didn't know that." So now it's been what 2 or 3 years, and she's put out a couple EPs out there on Spotify and Apple Music. And now let me just introduce her as WhoisRaylene. So how's it going?
Hey, who is Raylene?
Who is Raylene? Tell
What's
us
up,
more.
Raylene? What's up, LA?
Right, technically, but we're all from the same hometown, right? I'm trying to get all of y'all to come out here. That's my lifelong mission to get
What's
everybody.
here? Oh, I know. Y'all
Yeah, the weather.
La La Land.
It's the weather for me.
It is the weather. And I was just telling Raymond about that this morning.
Mhm.
I was like, "Oh man, it's gray out here. I got the case
Yeah.
of Mondays. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to go do whatever I got to do." But I end up getting up, and the first thing I did was actually play your music to get me started and start cleaning up and stuff like that. It was a cool little jam. Got me in the vibe. But yeah, man, I didn't know you was doing that though.
Yeah, it's really been like a secret, I feel like, for a long time. I'm a perfectionist at heart. I feel like that's how I was raised. E knows. And so it was like one of those things where, am I gonna do it? Okay, if I do it, I gotta do it. Am I ready to like do it? Hold on, because like once you do it, you can't like undo it. You gotta keep doing it.
Right.
So the first time I ever made a song was in in a studio recording and all that. It was 2014. And
that was a minute ago. Oh my
yeah,
goodness. Okay.
and the song to this day is still on SoundCloud. That's like the only place I uploaded it and put it out on. So yeah, 2014. Do you guys remember Sunday Night Sound Session on Cube back then?
You submit and they're like, "Oh, who's this?" And then they'll play them, and then I think people just end up chiming in, and people call in. It's like, "Yep," and or boo or whatever. Yeah, I remember that.
DJ Hyphen and Jay Moore, they were the hosts of it. Big ups to Jay Moore and DJ Hyphen, and they were like my big homies back then from just being an intern for people who did music for other artists. And so I sent it to Hyphen one day, and I was like, "Hey, I was playing with something. What do you think about this?" And he wanted to put it on the radio, like
damn
that right then and there. And I'm all, wait. I don't have anything else after this. This is the only one. I don't think I'm ready. I don't think you should do it. No, don't do it yet. And he was like, "All right, I'll respect that. And then I was in New York, living in New York like a year later. And the energy out there is different. It's like vivacious. It's bold. It's like do it or not kind of vibe. And one of my homegirls, she was talking shit. She was like, "You're never going to put that song out. It's never coming out. Just wasted, blah, blah,
so
blah."
you sat on that song for like,
I did.
You said, "I got this hype ass, this dope track that somebody wants to hook me up," and then you're just like, "I'm gonna put it in my pocket."
Yeah.
And then okay.
It was like the only one that I had at that time, and it was still new to me. Like as a young girl, I was writing what I didn't know yet was poetry and like spoken word and all that, but I didn't know that that's what I was doing yet. So then 2015. I hit up Hype and I was like, "Just put it out. Fuck it. Whatever. Just do it. Do whatever you want to do with it." So he
and then close your eyes, please.
Yeah, he put it out and everybody was like, "What, Raylene?"
Yeah, that wild.
It was so wild. Like when you really share your like authentic self with people, it opens up so many more doors to how and who you really want to be in life. Versus kind of just keeping things closed off and like not always sharing them. You're not going to really attract the people that's like meant for the real you if you're not being like the real you externally.
Yeah.
So that was my first lesson, I feel like, in that. But yeah, I sat on that for a whole year. It's on SoundCloud. It's called
it's wild.
For You.
For You.
Yep.
SoundCloud. And it's under WhoisRaylene?
Yep.
On SoundCloud, we're gonna. I'm gonna repeat that because
It's so
because E and I was actually just, you know, I what leading up to this, you know, if you wanted to like do a little bit of homework, but then I sat there and started listening to the tracks, and I was just like, man, I'm really vibing to this damn thing. Let me hear a little bit more. And then E actually pulled it up today. He hit me up, was like, oh, I'm about to listen. So if he listened before, but I had been listening for a little bit. That's why I was like, I was catching all these little tracks, even on your Insta. There was this track Exodus that I was like singing to for a little bit. I was like, I don't like that sounds. But then I started feeling like, man, I'm getting that feeling that I'm really getting to know her through her tracks. And Ian and I were talking earlier too. I was like, man, I'm hearing so many of these damn little like sounds to her. At first, when I hit E up, I was like, listen, man, there's this track. I swear she's giving me these A. Marie vibes. And then there was this one like intro that you did that was like, oh, is that Aaliyah-ish? Then it fades into something else. And then he was hitting me up today. I was like, man, there's is that Escape? Is that kind of Escape-ish? It's like, whoa. So there's definitely a lot of sounds there. I don't know. There's a lot of influence there, isn't there?
Oh yeah. That's like, you know, E, for, you know, folks who don't know, that's my cousin. What up, family? So he's known me since I was like a kid. He knows who raised me, so he knows exactly why I am the way I am. But it was my sister's 10 and a half years older than me. My brother, her husband, my brother-in-law, he's known me since I was 8 too. So that's just family through and through. All of them. He has a brother, cousins. That's, you know, where E and I became cousins, everything. Everybody, 90s R&B, 90s hip hop, rap. I'm like 8 singing fucking Escape, My Little Secret, not knowing the damn thing I'm singing, but I know every word to the song. Like it was just in me. Like that was all that I listened to. I like making jokes about how I feel like I'm like my sister's radio, because I pretty much
just played it.
Yeah, like anything that she ever listened to, I'd know the lyrics and I wouldn't even know the artist yet. I wouldn't even know the song title yet. I just, as soon as a melody come on, must have been like a memory thing or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, 90s, I can't get it out.
No, yeah, the 90s is where it's at. I just remember the 90s. It was the time where you could actually get on a phone and talk to somebody on a late night, play that slow jams in the background and just pillow talk. And that's the feel I get from when I listen to your jams. I was like, all right, that's the vibe. I'm just gonna sit here and just chill.
Yeah.
You know, but I ain't got no one to talk to no more. So I'm just vibing and cleaning my room now. Right? So I see where the major influence is coming from.
Yes, it's definitely all y'all, because that, you know, you might get like a random sprinkle of like country or rock that I when I was a kid.
I like that.
But I'm not like doing that though. Like that's
Does that come across?
No.
No.
Like I have I don't want to make it sound like all I listen to. I mean, all I listen to really is 90s R&B. But I did grow up still with like exposure to country music and like a little bit of rock music, but I didn't ever carry that through in my sound.
You think you could? Because like you got a little bit of, I can hear a little bit of twang if you allow it. Because I'm in Dallas Fort Worth, so we could appreciate a little bit of a twang down here.
You know, if there was like an acting role that I had to play,
an acting role.
An acting role. Is that what we're leading up to? So the music's just gonna be what starts you and gets you going, and then we're looking at the bright screens and all that stuff and doing movies. Is that where you want to be?
Yeah, we're here. No, we're like here. That's why I say when you want to do it, you got to do it. Like there's literally no bounds to it. Like even this podcast, y'all are doing it. This is just the beginning. There's so many things that come from this, like where you be like, oh shit, I didn't even think that this would turn into a whole sponsorship on fucking wow, we got a show on Vice. Like
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's what we're thinking, right, Raymond? It's like when Raymond approached me with this whole podcasting thing, I was like, man, I want to do that too. And it was always something that kind of led to do where we are now, but I just didn't make that jump. I just felt like I wasn't comfortable enough to be in front of a camera, or I didn't like my voice. But as the weeks went on, we're like reading and listening and watching all kinds of stuff so we can improve. And you're right, you just got to do it.
And it is one of those things where once you take ownership, not even ownership. Once you actually just not take ownership, but you actually own the fact that this is what I'm gonna do. Like what you ended up doing. Like
Right.
Sid, pull up a chair. So she said, "Yeah, let's roll because you got something to plug. You got something to plug. So what you got going on? Today's a special day, isn't it?
It is a special day. We dropped an EP today, another one.
So which one? How many is this now?
This is the third one.
Third one.
Third one. And it's the first one that I made with producers from home, like Seattle home. We recorded it at home in Seattle, like technically not Seattle, but Seattle, Washington.
Yeah. Seattle is like
Yeah,
GSA, right?
So
GSA, Greater Seattle area.
yeah, pretty much home. Everything was
Okay.
a home production, like from engineer, from producer, from mixing, from recording. We have still episodes from the whole week that we were making this, that stuff to come out after this. So it's really special to me because everything is from home. And this is the first one of its kind. Everything else, like the first EP, the second EP, those are with producers from all over the place, not anywhere near Seattle. And it was made with shout out to GMK and Teak. They're the producers on it. GMK, he was the first really like person in the music industry in Seattle that took me seriously as a musician when I didn't even know yet what I was gonna even be. Like I came into the studio with him probably like 2017. That's when I started taking it more seriously. So you're like, okay, let's see what I can do with this. And he'd be like, what have you been listening to lately? What's on your mind? What sounds are you feeling? And it just turned into music therapy. Like I literally would just go in there, play some tunes, like vibes, and any hooks or like lyrics that would come to my head, I would just record them to see what would happen. And so for him to see me at that and then move away and live in New York and live in LA and make music with other people and then come back home and be like, hey guys, look at all this stuff that I learned that I could do now. Want to do a whole tape together with it?
Yeah.
It was a beautiful full circle moment. Beautiful full circle moment.
So for this because we've been listening to what was it, EP002. I don't know if it's 002, the last one that you had. And again, a lot of that stuff was the influence we could definitely tell from just the old school like 90s R&B. There was some Jodeci in there, like you said, the escape sound. Just there's this what song was that? Forget what it was called, but it had
Jaded.
Jaded had the Jodeci intro, and then it came in with like just the escape feel. I was like, ooh. So, and a lot of the other tracks on there definitely had that 90s R&B feel with a little bit of like newer lo-fi funk, right? But this one, and you said you sat in the studio, or you sat with them. It was music therapy, and you were listening to stuff. What is that stuff that you're like, you know what? Is it different from what you were dealing with in the previous EP, or is it a little bit more modern, or what were you dealing with?
For sure. So the second EP, shout out to Corner Store T. He's a producer and friend of mine from Atlanta. So he sent me a beat pack. It was just hella beats and was like, go crazy. So that's exactly what I did. But for this one, the home EP that came out today, we were in the studio for 3 days, 6 hours each day. And we made these tracks from scratch. So from start to finish, like they produced them on site, like we wrote them together on site. Everything was just in the moment within that 6 hour time frame for those 3 days each. So it's pretty much a writer's camp that we turned into an EP. Whatever we made and was able to complete within that time frame, we made into this EP. So I feel like that's what's I love being a part of the creative process, like as much as possible. I'd much rather do that than have to create with the producer like remotely, just because it's a whole energy thing for me. And I'm super collaborative when it comes to like being in the studio and wanting to like bounce ideas off of people. So that's why it was really, really special to me for that, to be able to do that. Because nowadays, like people could send a beat pack and I could just be in my crib by myself and write a song alone. Like that's doable. People are doing that all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
There's
it
no one to
does-
vibe off from to where it's like, you know, you're feeling that, or you ain't got like this person just like swinging with you, or they're like, yeah. So I don't know.
I'm like a big team oriented like type of person. I like the synergy. It's a synergy thing.
Yes,
for
yes,
me.
yes. It's church.
That's my thing. Yeah, that's my thing. You basically feed off everybody's energy, and once you guys got that feeling or that vibration, that frequency, and you guys all lined up, it's just like, all right, it's go time, and it's just like seamless throughout that creative process that you said, right?
Yeah.
So
And
walk through your creative process with us. Like, what is it from the beginning, and how does it end, and like, what does the completed project look like at the end?
so with this one, I loved how it came out because we actually like had we made a program like as we went. So when we were younger, you go to camps and stuff like that, and you had like an itinerary or a program for during this hour from this hour you'll be doing this. So we tracked what we did pretty much during the camp. We come in, it turned into like a ritualistic kind of thing. Like you come into the studio, everybody walks in, settles in, gets their equipment set up, start just going through sounds, like sound libraries of playing different stuff. And I'm very highly likely rolling up by now while we're listening to the sounds. And as I'm like twisting, I'll be like, oh, I like that. Or I don't like anything. I don't really say anything. I'm only sharing like the positive vibes. Like, I'm never like, ew, gross. No, I'm never that. I'm like, I love that. Or yes, let's do that. Like, ooh, like I won't even sometimes say a word. I'll just be like, ooh, like, or the facial expressions will tell it how I'm feeling about the sound.
Yeah.
And then it's like a domino effect. Like it just layers. Like they just keep the sounds build. A storyline starts to come into my head. Maybe something that like has been heavy in my mind, but I haven't talked about really, or I don't want to talk about, but it comes out in the music though. That's again the therapy.
Start unpacking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then whenever I kind of get stuck or just feel like I might have reached my cap on the writing for that song, G or T will just come in and be like, okay, what about if we add this? And then that'll just pick up whatever temporary writer block that I had.
Yeah. Oh,
and then just keep the stream going.
Was there any hesitation on possibly moving forward with a different kind of a sound?
I feel like it was quite the opposite. Like because I knew it was going to be so different, that's why I didn't hesitate. Because it's like I've already, EP1 has a sound that EP1 has the most like upbeat vibes on there for something you do want to work out to.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more like poppy. EP2 is like, okay, no, but she's still an R&B bitch. Hold on, don't get it twisted. And then this third one was just like fun. Like there were no rules. There were no like references. There were no just boxes to like stay in. We only want to stick with this sound or go with this vibe. It literally was just create and see what happens from it. And I like being able to kind of just play with different sounds because that's the only way you're going to find what sticks and what people fuck with the most. And at the end of the day, yes, I am doing it for me and it is therapeutic, but at the same time, what makes it fuller is when y'all like it too, when everybody likes it. So
no, I genuinely like the previous. I can't wait to, because we actually it just listed all 4 songs as we were looking at it today. So I'm very much looking forward to just vibing to it.
We looked on Spotify and I was like, hey, did something just come out today? I didn't see this a while ago. I was tripping. I was like, hold on, dude. What happened?
Today's the drop. Today
was the drop. Yeah. So how are you feeling about that?
I feel like it's funny you say that, E, because it is like its release day, but at the same time, like the real person in me also was like, oh, it is a case of the Mondays too. I have a case of the Mondays.
Oh, good God. Monday. Oh my God.
I didn't even I was celebrating my homegirl's 30th birthday. Shout out to Misi last night, and I went to Topgolf for the first time. And it was like 10 p.m. and I was telling one of the new homegirls about the tape. So she was looking it up on Apple Music, and she's like, "Bitch, it's out already." I was like, "What? No, it's not. It's not even. It's supposed to come out tomorrow." And she's like, "It's 10. It's probably maybe they do East Coast time or whatever."
Yeah.
So aside from the people that you're working with and actually like with the beats and just the melodies, and now you're vibing with this group that you went to Seattle with, you're doing everything else, aren't you? It's like you're writing your music, you're writing your songs, you're the lyrics and everything. You're manning your own IG, I'm assuming, because you're responding very quickly, and then you're submitting these things. So you're your own artist right now, as opposed to somebody else handling all this stuff for you.
It's very independent artist vibe right now. But I had, a lot of like mentors to show me how to do these things, which is how I even know how to do it in the first place. And that's the thing too, is like when you learn how to do all this stuff yourself, I'm already like kind of those vibes. Well, when you make more, but then eventually I'm not gonna be the one like uploading it and doing it and putting. There's a whole logistical factor to this. Like you have to put in credits, you have to put in lyrics, you have to put in splits for people getting their percentages, and it's like a very meticulous thing to do. Like you don't want it to fuck up, like or something get input wrong. I'm already like manifesting the person who's going to be doing it is going to be a perfectionist and an attention to detail type of person too, because it takes time to like do all of that. And I honestly I don't really like social media and the internet as much as we live in this day and age.
I know.
If I could obviously rewind and like go back to the 90s, I would do that. Like
it's such a need though, and that's me and E are sitting there like, I thought E would be up on this thing. I was like, hey man, you can do the social media part as far as the pod's concerned. I'll do the editing and I'll just get some recruit some talent and just interviews. But we're like, what's going on? Like, how do you do TikTok? Or how do you get the algorithms on IG? I was like, damn, we got to learn this thing. We got like little 13-year-olds knowing everything, just how to get, like, just sitting there falling over on their chair and they're sitting there getting like 1 million views. Come on, man.
Literally.
It's you got to be on.
You do have just sitting there getting 1 million views and not doing anything but just being weird.
Silly.
And I'm just so confused. But you're right. If you're got to man all that stuff, you got to have a whole team, right? Especially in the music industry. I mean, for us right now, trying to figure this out, I think it's okay for us to have maybe a social media person actually that doesn't want to be on the on the podcast or whatever, just handling it. That part could be okay, but like all the other stuff, like the producer, the person making the beats and stuff, and now as for you're your writer, you're your own creative person, right? So as you get bigger, like, do you think you're gonna be still wanting to be involved in all that, or are you gonna just leave it to the people who are the specialists? Like, okay, I trust you in this part. You are my team now.
Right. It'd definitely be more like the latter. Like I'd obviously want to like oversee things and like look at stuff and do like a review, but I don't want to do it. Like I'd much rather serve all my energy writing and making music and picking outfits and like doing fun shit, like where I could just be a creative butterfly, like. Because all the logistical stuff takes up real estate, like in my mind, like
the mental real estate. Yeah,
yes,
you only got so much capacity.
Yes, and like there's like the left brain and the right brain, the creative one and the logistical one, or whatever it is. It's like if it's too much logistical shit, it's taking over my creative
side. Yeah, no damn way. Yeah. I wish we could offer something less for it, because we need it also. If there's anybody out there that wants to do a little bit of work, Miss Raylene over here, hit us up, hit her up, and it'll be part of the growth. Again, this show is about growth and growing together, not just as a community, as far as professionals. Also, we're trying to be professionals in this field and helping other people along the way. You can definitely put it on your resume if you want to hook us up if you're coming out of college. So hit us up. We want to help Miss Raylene out because we want to just have her focus on the music, the groove, and elevating in where she wants to be at. And
Yeah.
with that question that I've been kind of sitting on this whole time, I was like, how far are you trying to get with this thing? Like where is okay? I'm there. I mean, you're trying to get up to like top 100. You're trying to get up to like Doja Cat turning into like a Satanist. What are you trying to be at?
Not the Satanist.
All I think about is her eyebrows now, though. When
I know what the heck happened to her and Sam Smith, they turning crazy. Anyway, so what are you trying to?
Oh, I'm late. See, I'm a hermit. I don't be.
Well, you seen him at the award shows with the devil horns and the background.
No.
What is happening with good old Sam?
That shows like that, man.
So I can't karaoke you anymore, bro.
I didn't.
But anyways, but where you want to be at? What's the goal?
I just want to be me everywhere. That's
okay.
That's really it. Like, I just want to be me everywhere. Everywhere. Like, everywhere.
You do that now, so you success.
What was that?
You're doing that now, so you're a success. We're gonna push it too. We're gonna have everybody know who you is.
We're just manifesting everything we want on this episode. That's what we're about to do.
Manifestation is the word of the show.
It is. And you know, like, I know y'all have been seeing how Filipinos are like getting more love now, and we're becoming more mainstream, but it's a lot of like half Filipinos that are doing it and like making it, and it's like, I love that, because my kids are probably going to be maybe mixed one day, but
maybe
manifestation of maybe mixed. You got some of the fusion.
Yes, but I'm just like, where's
what are you trying to get at?
Yeah.
And
so we ain't talking about babies.
No, but we're like, I want to be the full Filipina, the full Filipina embodiment of that, and like make some noise and go.
Let's get into what you just said. So there's a lot of noise in that's coming out with the Filipino culture. There's like in comedy, like shout out to Joe Coy putting this, continuously putting this on the map, and he's crossing over. You got the Jabberwockies out there, just constantly, just like majority of those cats are just are Pinoys from the Bay, and there's a lot more that's coming in the mainstream. What do you mean? But then you said that we're becoming more mainstream, but at the same time, there's the other half that just, I think what were you alluding to there? Or am I just kind of trying to read between the lines?
No. You're good. So for me, it's like, it's a lot of half Filipino people that are more like in the mainstream.
Oh, okay.
I'm coming for like full-blooded.
Like
yes.
Like Pacquiao, mainstream.
Leah Salonga, mainstream.
Some of that Leah Salonga.
Yeah. Like,
you should go on interviews with an accent, and then they'll be like,
"Oh my God,
treat her like, my name is WhoisRaylene."
Don't. Oh my God, don't. I'm not.
That'd be crazy.
You know what? I literally, so like my friends that aren't Filipino, but they know the vibes. They'll be like, "Oh my God, Raylene, do it." I'm like, with the accent. I'm like, I am not about to put it on a Filipino accent for you, like for fun, but they just eat it up. Like, they love that. And I'm like, is that funny? I mean, I know it's funny when I hear our aunties. I'm still sometimes laughing when I hear like our aunties talking. I'm like, damn, her accent.
How does the fam take you being an artiste? Like mom, dad, and the aunties are like, oh, Raylene's singing the song again.
They love it. They love it. Like
they love it.
They love it because I was the kid that they're like,
go dance, I love that.
You dance for the money. You go dance over there. Do that swing thing. Get on karaoke. Like karaoke. Oh my God, the karaoke machine. Like, I feel like the karaoke machine almost raised me, probably.
Oh, they just eat it up. That's so cool. Because there's sometimes they're like, oh no, you have to be a nurse, girl. But you're singing that song.
See, because I'm the younger one of the family, of the daughters, they did that to my sister. They pushed the whole nursing. They saw how that didn't work though. So they're like, all right, hold on. We got to get creative with this one. It's not going to be that.
You're going to let her do her thing.
It's always the youngest too, I feel like, because I'm the youngest also. And they're just like, I don't think he's going to be no engineer or doctor. You just go ahead and break dance and do backflips and stuff. I'm cool with that. Just don't hurt yourself. And if you get hurt, I told you so. I told you not to get hurt. I was like, man, I was going to get hurt eventually. But yeah.
Yeah.
We are the creative ones, though. The younger ones, they just let us do whatever we want.
They do, and they like embrace it though. It's like Filipinos are they're into entertainment. They love all that shit. The singing.
Yeah, we do. We eat it up.
Yeah, so they love it. Like I want to just be at the point though next where I'm like, okay, everybody, this is the show. Here's your plane tickets, whatever. The lodging here. Just come.
Have everything
everything taken
ready to
care
go.
of. Just take your ass to the airport before.
Come see me.
Yeah,
and
come see me.
and do it
one time.
Yeah, I'm like, we're all older now. It's harder for everybody to like get together and being the baby of the family. That was like everything for me when all of us are together. And now everybody got kids, and I'm just over here like
doing you, huh?
Yeah, doing me, like treating my music like my kid, like I chasing the dreams and just make it's hard because when you do it, you're like, damn, I'm really like living how I want to live, like every day. But the family is like back at the back in the homeland of Washington, and
we're over here. We're just doing the same thing. We ain't doing nothing special, but working on this podcast, trying to blow up, trying to help you blow up.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the plan. That's gonna be the plan. I mean, we on a mission, and like I said, we're trying to grow, so we're on a mission. You definitely made an impression on the both of us. You were gonna say something? I'm sorry, man. I just hopped in.
No, you get. I was like, with that being said, about like everybody getting older. Do you wish you could have started sooner with that? And how different do you think that would have been if you would have done this, like 15 years ago?
Right. I think about that. I think about that a lot because I'm 31 now, and I'm learning so much about myself. Like that if when I was younger, I didn't even think that I would be, learning. And as a kid, I was in sports. So when my dad saw that he had 2 daughters and the eldest one is the girly girl and ain't no sports, that's not happening with her. He turned me, he's like, you're the tomboy, you're doing basketball, you're doing soccer,
oh my God,
you're doing volleyball. I was select.
I do remember those pictures too. You playing in little uniforms and stuff like that.
So
I was running around. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah,
that was me, like sports girl to the max. And I'm like, okay, all the discipline and like the conditioning that I learned in sports, I'm now applying it to my musical artistic career, because it's one thing to be creative and have that ability to tap into, but you have to be able to formulate it into a business. Like you become a business then. So how do you structure that and be disciplined in that while still maintaining your creativity? So I think about just how I can apply those skills to this new life. But I for sure think about like, what if I got sent to a music school or an acting school instead, or those Seattle arts schools that they have nowadays, and how would that be? Or what if I did take up one of my Filipino aunties' offers of wanting to take me and my sister to the Philippines and become superstars? Like, what if? But then I'm just like, damn, would I have made the same EPs though that I put out? Like, would I have stories? Like,
of course.
It wouldn't have been. It probably would be like, it's not giving. It's not.
Yeah. It's not you, huh? So basically all that time now led to this, and you're very excited about your music. We're excited for you. Everything that you put out is dope. I'm digging it. Man, I don't know, Ray. What do you think?
Yeah. I just want to know what's going to be next, and I want to make sure that again we want to make sure that now that we're very well aware of your next path here and where you're trying to go at, we definitely want to be part of that thing. If you'll allow us, we definitely want to keep pushing the music. I want to eventually put some of the music on the show here for everybody to kind of just get accustomed to and get introduced to, because it's good vibe, folks. So what you got going on next? Are you just kind of sitting back and just kind of letting you see where this goes, or do you got something lined up? Where can we find you?
Yeah, actually, there's always more. That's the fun thing too.
Mhm.
Like you make one thing, you drop it, and you're like, okay, what next? Because in like essence, whatever you release is gonna do its thing still in the background. So you're like always having to do something in tandem, like at the same time. Because things are just, the music is in different phases, but it's always like going like a gear. So with this home EP, there's gonna be 3 episodes from the writers camp that made this EP. So a lot of like
okay
scenes vibes, like this is what went into making this.
Yeah. So you got more on the way here.
Yes.
Like there's literally some more that's just waiting to just like here's some more. Because I was looking at this and I was like, what, 4? Boo. And then I'm glad you're saying there's more. Like you sat there and like made these funny faces on all these beats, and then all of a sudden like, you gonna give us 4, you better give us some more. So there's more coming.
There's more.
Nice.
So there's visuals.
Okay.
There's visuals coming, like vlog type vibes coming.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then
Dope.
fingers crossed. Top of 2024. Me being in Seattle for like that first month and just locking in with those same producers, GMK and Teak, and making more music for that whole month, because
wow,
I want to go crazy. You're
just trying to just load it all up and
load it up that way. Top of the year.
I like it.
Yeah, that's dope.
Because there's even a 30, because pretty much EP 1, 2, and 3 is like a trilogy type of thing. There's still an EP3 too. That's in the vault. Like that's with another producer. Shout out to 8-Track. He's from Bermuda. So that's supposed to come out, and I think there's like 4 or 5 on that already. But there's gonna be more. And after that is when there'll be a album review. So album reveal with longer songs than 2 minutes.
Wow. Some TikTok songs. We need longer.
Fine.
Yeah, more than 8 tracks on the page. Like, but there's all types of things that are going on. I'm just like, damn, I need a clone, or like I need
you need an
clone talk.
No, don't get started on that thing. But no, that's the I'm glad we're catching you a little early on this next kind of like a set of music that you're coming out with. Again, we're very excited, and I'm very excited. Just like, to be honest with you, I was like, man, after this episode, I'm probably gonna pop this thing on. It's only 4 songs, so I'm probably gonna let it run. Give you your clicks. I'm gonna give you your algorithm clicks. But tell them right now where you're at on where they can find you as far as music's concerned. I want to make sure that they get at you before we let you go here.
Definitely. It's WhoisRaylene.com. So Raylene, RAYLENE. Everything is on there. The Instagram's WhoisRaylene, the threads, WhoisRaylene. What are we talking about? TikTok. Yeah, TikTok.
You're on TikTok too.
I'm on TikTok. Dances? It's fun on TikTok because Instagram
hamburgers.
So Instagram is like more, I feel like, the marketing.
Okay.
User friendly for sure.
And then TikTok, we get silly. We get silly, and
and
stuff you don't want to say.
Right. TikTok is more like the unfiltered, like raw, like I'm a person still at the end of the day vibe. It's like, so you probably wouldn't even know that I like sing on TikTok. You just be like, who's this?
Yeah, just
goofy.
So that's at WhoisRaylene also on TikTok. So that's the brand. WhoisRaylene.
That's the brand. Who's the brand?
Brand.
Is the brand. WhoisRaylene, one word, all lowercase. Yeah. So we're ready. And E made these bomb. So my 30th birthday last year, they oh my God, I love this. I'm so blessed to have like the family that I have. I just words don't do justice. He made for my 30th birthday these what do you call it?
They're like
No.
pouches.
Yeah, they're
Like
like
a little zip up pouch.
they're pouches with my R logo on it. So the
Oh, I was like, what the heck? I thought it was cake or something. Oh,
no,
the
no.
She
patches.
had merch. Oh, she had
We got the
she had
merch. Where
cupcakes
the
with the
merch
R's
at?
too. She got
I
all
seen the
that.
logo with that big, that dope ass Rough Rider looking.
Yes, so the
patch R.
R, it's a R for the Raylene, and then if you look
Yeah.
closely, there's a question mark in there too.
Hmm.
So it's a whole play off of the Who is Raylene.
That boy creative.
And I'll change my logo color. Like that was the first time I ever made merch. Navy was the brand color.
Okay.
So the R was navy. So these pouches are like canvas thick pouches, probably like this big. They have the navy R on them. And so he made a bunch for my 30th birthday. And then when I came back home to LA, all my LA homies were like, hey, that wasn't on the website. I only see the bandanas.
Oh my goodness.
Where do I get that? How come I don't got one? So, might be
That's dope.
some.
So, and that's on WhoisRaylene.com also. So we'll make sure we get that up on here. We'll make sure, and again, probably after you hop off here, we're gonna do a little bit of listening party on our end, because unfortunately the platform that we're using already gets super laggy. I don't want to have you all shaking in the background. We're listening to music grooving and you're sitting there.
You
Yeah,
might get some followers for that though. Who knows?
on TikTok, that's okay. They'll watch me on TikTok sleeping. So, but no, not over here. But Raylene, it has been so damn dope. This is way better than what I actually even expected. I can't wait to put this out there, put you out there, and we want to make sure we follow whatever you're doing. You let us know, hit us up, and if you got something out there that, like, if there's a new video, we'll play it. We'll grow together. This is so beautiful. I love it.
Thank y'all so much. This is fun. This is like one of my favorite parts about the music part too, is like people just like to make music, but I'm like very dynamic.
We all people.
I like the engagement, huh? I like the engagement also.
Yeah, like when I did my first interview, like live interview, and I had to perform an acoustic performance at the end after, like that shit was fun. I was like, ooh, this is giving like Jimmy Kimmel vibes, late night show vibes. Like
the real green room.
It's all practice. It's all practice.
Yes. There was a whole all the things. So this is just the beginning. I feel so just grateful for y'all to even.
Yeah,
absolutely. You can count on us. Whatever you need, you let us know. And seriously, a lot of people say that, but definitely let us know. We'll go ahead and listen to your songs. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody, go see Miss Raylene at WhoisRaylene.com. Bye. All right, y'all, and we're back, and that was Miss Raylene, bro. That was the first time I met her. And I've been conversating with her over text. She gave me a call. She was very excited to get on the show, and I was like, "Man, is this gonna work?" But I like her, man. She does it all. I mean, that's the part of like being your own person and actually putting music out there. And it's just, I've never had firsthand type of contact with a person that's doing everything, putting the music, the creative cycle, the actual like getting together with groups and musicians, and still pushing your social media. That's gotta be damn hard.
I didn't even know she was doing all that. First time ever hearing her process and how she went through things and what she handled, what she took care of, and just being where she is now. I mean, that little bit of time and where she took it, man, I'm impressed. She's really doing it. I had no idea this whole music side of her was in her, So I was like, wow.
Such positive energy too. Just super good vibes. She's very excited about what she's doing. So no, that's definitely dope. Again, we're gonna be following her. Hopefully, I mean, and you'll hear some of her music on the show, definitely. As far as like maybe some background music, as far as lead-in. And as far as the future shows, definitely we're gonna be bringing in a few more guests here and there, some additional talent. When Eve, again, if you know our story, I got together with E, and he came to me. He's like, man, E has exposure with a lot of talent, a lot of very talented people, very creative people, and it's just a matter of us eventually bringing him to the show. You might have noticed that G is not with us on the show right now, and that's because he's going through a process of we've talked about it. He's moving to Vegas. We want to make sure he's trying so hard to make it to the shows and make sure that he's got the right space to sit with us on the shows and have fun. But I told him, it's like, listen, man, just handle your business. We'll get back together when you get settled in. But until then, we've got a third spot to fill. I mean, we've got we've got our background and everything. Like I said, we got third spot to fill. So we're gonna be bringing in some guests. I'm gonna leave that to E. I know E's got some people that he wants to bring on. I got some people that I might want to squeeze in. So it's gonna be pretty fun. And at the same time, we're gonna try to stay on brand. Everything's still kind of lighthearted. A little bit of touch of this and that, like seriousness and everything. But I think this is where the direction the show is gonna end up being.
Yeah. Feels good, looks good, everything's progressing. So we're out here still gonna do whatever we're gonna do to learn, get people out here, all this creative, that's out there. We're gonna get them in, we're gonna introduce them, we're gonna help them blow up, whatever they gotta do to, be known. We're gonna be there for all that.
Yeah, that's dope, man. We're a little bit over time on our usual time, so we want to make sure we wrap this up. Again, I will be putting up a lot of information for Miss Raylene, WhoisRaylene.com. Go peep her out. Stay tuned for the next show. And also, if you haven't taken a look at it yet, take a look at the crossover with the Drunken Elephant show. That is a lot of fun. It was just part one. It was we sat there for like 2.5 hours. And so for that show, I got to warn you, it is PG-13 for the first hour, and it gets a little it's like the drunk Filipino uncle session and the drunk Lao uncle session on the second show. It gets a little it's like, oh, they look sauced up. So I'm gonna cut that up and put that out there for the second show. The first one is a little tame. You can see the transition of after a few shots gets through, people start getting a little bit warm and comfy.
The drunken elephant was coming out.
Few F-bombs were flying, but it'll be fun, man. And I think that's part of the fun of this creative and podcasting process is this is community. It's just connecting community.
Yeah, man, I love it.
It's dope. It's dope, man. And that's what it's about. And especially, and it's getting colder. People aren't going out as much. So hang tight with us. Get cozy. Start binging it. We'll give you some, content to binge. And so, we really appreciate it. Or again, I think I mentioned this when we were talking to Raylene. All our followers, I want to say about 95% of our followers on IG, they are people that have decided to follow on their own. We're not sitting there like buying, any IG followers, and all that number is the people that are actually following us. We are asking for you to cross over to YouTube, youtube.com/@coldricemedia. The reason why we're asking for you, it feels awkward to do that, but what we're asking for you to do that is because we are planning to go live and do some live streams on there. We want to talk to y'all, and I think that's the best platform to actually have conversations and speak to y'all, and maybe bring some of y'all up to the stage and get a little bit more of a fusion convo on there. So switch over, please subscribe, please. I think you have to like ring the bell. What is that? You have
Click.
To like, subscribe,
you gotta
and then
like, subscribe, and click
the bell or something like that to be
That's
alerted that we're flying.
notifications.
Like, I don't know.
Get all that, put it up on your phone. So whenever we drop something new, it goes straight to your phone, and you'll get a notification. I get all this stuff from my sub Miles Co. He practices every day. Like, subscribe, and click.
Like, subscribe, click. Hey, we're very, we're still old heads, but we're trying to, we're just them midlife hype beasters, man. So it's been good. This was a fun show, man. I appreciate I appreciate your cousin coming through, and she's like beyond cousin now. She's gonna be big, bro. Appreciate.
Fingers crossed. Hope she gets it there. Wish her the best.
All right, bro. You enjoy the rest of your week. We'll connect. Everybody else, peace. Thank you.
Peace.